Lollipop Chainsaw RePop emerges with new trailer, September release. RePop promises to be the definitive version of the cult classic hack and slash game. After being delayed for over a year, Lollipop Chainsaw RePop, the remake of the 2012 hack and slash game, will release on September 25th for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Looks like if I want to play this game again, I'm going to have to track down a PS3 version. Developed by
Yeah.
Dragami Games, Lollipop Chainsaw RePop follows Juliet Starling, a high school cheerleader and descendant of a family of zombie hunters, as she and the disembodied head of her boyfriend fight off the zombie apocalypse with a trusty chainsaw. While RePop won't see the return of its original director and writer duo, Gacha Suda 51 Suda and James Gunn, Dragami Games CEO Yoshimi Yasuda assures fans that the remake will live up to fans' expectations. Um, Repop is a definitive version of the game which leaves the story unchanged, with the focus on quality of life improvements and additional gameplay content, Yasuda wrote in a tweet. Key among Repop's updates from the original are shortened load times and heightened resolution and frame rates. More specifically, the PS5, Xbox Series, and PC versions of Repop will support 4K resolution and 60 frames per second, while the Switch will support full HD resolution and 30 frames per second. Other quality of life updates include an auto QuickTime event feature, improved camera responses, and a streamer mode for music. Lollipop Chainsaw RePop was first announced back in 2022 before being delayed from summer 2023 to summer 2024. As a follow-up tweet to the game's release date and trailer, Yasuda revealed that players will have over 30 outfits to fashion Juliet and RePop. While all the original game's costumes will be available in RePop, Juliet's copyrighted ensembles, like her Dead Man Wonderland and High School of the Dead anime costumes, won't be coming along for the ride. In our original review of Lollipop Chainsaw, we gave the game a 5 out of 10, saying Lollipop Chainsaw doesn't even attempt to differentiate itself from the genre, and most of what it does try new in the realm of its characters and writing ultimately ends up taking away from an incredible on-paper action game. Despite our reservations about Lollipop Chainsaw, the game has garnered cult classic status among gamers with an affinity for the hack and slash genre. Hopefully, RePop will resonate with players the same way the original game did. So let's look at some comments. Phoenix Ashes 629 goes, I'm such an old man. I remember this was the first time I realized IGN could be wrong. I saw they gave it a 5, but after watching trailers and seeing James Gunn's name, I didn't understand how it could possibly be bad. And I was right. The game was fantastic. Rob Grizzly goes, to be fair, a lot of reviews were pretty down on the game. Personally, I wouldn't have been as harsh because the style and humor went a long way with me, but I did think the combat lacked variety. Yeah, I'll agree with that. And Arms Band goes, it took Lollipop Chainsaw for you to know IGN could be wrong. Most every professional reviewer used two games, God Hand and Deadly Premonition, as their monthly joke reviews. They used to always set up one game as the worst of the month so they could try out their shit comedy material and rake something for fan reaction. Both these games became almost instant cult classics, and they have been backtracking since. So, are you excited about Lollipop Chainsaw RePop or no?
Yeah, I'm very surprised they're going to reinitiate the game again, this time for more advanced graphics and maybe more story lore, if
No, they
ever.
said the story
Uh,
remains unchanged.
okay. Oh, they're going to add to the story. They're going to leave it as is. Okay.
Leave it as is. Yeah,
All
they
right,
said
then.
basically it's all performance and graphic updates is what this will have.
Okay. Yeah, if it's expensive though, because obviously I checked that the Xbox 360 version is like $50 on Amazon, so and
Yeah.
brand new by the way, so it's still expensive to buy. But if you get the Xbox SNS PS5 edition, if not PC, that'll be what $50 maybe
Yeah.
at most. So
Yeah. So I mean, Lollipop Chainsaw is not a cheap game, regardless where you get it, whether you get the remake or the original. Um, I'll actually look on price charting to see what the PS3 version goes for, because until I get a working Xbox 360, um, that's how I'm gonna have to play seventh gen games is on PS3. Lollipop
yeah, and
Chainsaw.
PS3 on Amazon, that's like $100 for a copy of for a refurbished edition.
Okay, so I just want to see what
Yeah.
what price charting says. Okay. Ooh, yeah, a Lollipop Chainsaw on PS3, it's like $55 loose and like $80 complete and $110 brand new. But like I said, if you're buying a game brand new all these years later, that's dumb. You're gonna play it if you're gonna play it.
Oh
On
yeah,
the
definitely.
360, it is cheaper, $34 loose, 40 429 complete, and like 60 or like yeah, like $60 brand new. Yeah, so
Hmm.
it's not a cheap game. So I'd probably have to get it loose
Yeah,
if I was gonna get it for the PS3. Um,
I've always wanted to play Lollipop Chainsaw, but I didn't have the money for it at the time, especially back in 2012, 2013. So when I got back, during the time when I was recuperating from my situation back in 2013 and all, I was focusing more on trying to play more on Halo 4 and Halo Reach. And, those servers got shut down as of last year, last time I checked. So it sucks, man. But other than that, Lollipop Chainsaw, it's an hack-and-slash single-player game, so I can play it anytime I want to, right? So as long as I don't do that DRM only, gotta be connected to the internet at all times. With this edition coming this year, I'll be fine with by buying the remake, if you want to call it like that.
yeah. Well, this game, I mean, like I said, it's yeah. So I mean, I played the first two levels. I got to the third level, which was the first boss. But I do have to admit, this game did lack variety in the combat. It was just cut. It was just cut, cut, and cut more. Um, so I really didn't find any variety, at least in the first few levels. There could have been more later on. Um, so yeah, so I mean, if you like the game and never played it, or you wanted to try it out and you got a PS5 or Xbox Series, you can get this remake. Like I said, I'll be getting a PS3 copy if I can find it for cheap, or cheaper than what
Yeah,
price charting suggests. Um, but yeah, um, this is coming out in September. If you never got the chance to try it and you want to try what is basically being called the definitive version of Lollipop Chainsaw.
yeah.